Kind of overcast. You expect that, but it is sort of broken. Looks like it will kind of break up. That's nice. Yesterday on the camera, I looked down here, it was ugly until like almost noon. So, because I'm hoping that it's clear enough so I can make it out farther, possibly looking for patties out there for yellows and tuna. But it all kind of depends on the conditions out there. Otherwise, I'll hang around here a little bit longer. The fishing's been really poor in the Jolla area. So anyway, here we are, and it is Tuesday in October 17th. Yeah, sweet. All right, we're gonna go out there on the Solo. So we're outside the curb line, trying to make some bait here. Overcast, looks like it's going to break up. That's nice, because I can see patches of blue, and they said partly cloudy today, so that's better than yesterday. Let's do the sub good, because it's going to be very hard to see anything if I go out deeper looking for tuna. You won't be able to spot. If I can't see more than a mile, then I can't see shit. It's like where, you know, there's no, if you do see birds or anything, you couldn't really see them in the pond. Same thing with bait, you know, jumping and or tunas. So gotta look for some bait here and not take too much time, but at the same time go outwards, because I know it looks like it's going to break up. If it didn't, then I'm not going out too far, not searching where you can't see anything. Nice. Not quite sunrise yet, but just after first light. Okay, still trying to make bait here. This is insane with all of these traps, lobster traps, crab traps, with all the bait that's in their little cages and everything. Can't get a single mac in this area. Areas that look like might be bait turn into nothing. Not even little bites. That's odd. So, and I started out at deeper water because I thought that's where, you know, it's been, but not farther out west. Just deeper, a little north here. Started out there and then came into where the buoys are for all these traps, and it's just crazy. I even got it on down scan so I can see the difference between the two, because this you'll see like a big cloud. This gives you a little bit more definition. There it is. See, there's a fish of some kind. Again, not even a bite from a regular fish on the sabiki. That's odd. I mean, I've caught calicos in the sabiki. I know there's guys that have been caught yellows. That's really something. Of course, the last one I heard of somebody doing that is because he swallowed the whole sabiki. I use ones with 30-pound mainline, and that's, you know, that would do it. The problem is the little tiny hooks aren't all that strong, even though the branches are 20-pound. But if you swallowed several of the hooks, then you'd have a good anchor on there, and you could bring him in. So I've heard in the past of people doing that, and one recently within the last year, but it's a very odd thing. Again, it's just odd that almost everything goes for sabikis. First of all, your fingers. The effing sabiki. Good call name on that avatar that guy has, because yeah, every time you come out, the hooks get you. So you're always going effing sabiki. Anyway, this is just odd. I'm going to go out a little bit deeper here pretty soon here, but I've been moving through, trolling through these areas, even where there are patties, kelp, big kelp chunks out here. Nothing. I've never seen it where it's, I mean, you didn't even need the traps before. You used to come out here to this point, boom, just load it up. It was just a matter of which max did you want to spend the most time to get. Sometimes you just got them both. Sometimes it's all greenbacks. But I've never seen this. Is odd. See, look at that. I'm going right over there. That should be some fish biting on the sabiki. You know, most likely max. But this is weird. Need some bait in order to get out there. Hopefully it clears up that I can go out there for tuna, but you can't even see half a mile. So at this point, even if I had the bait, it would just be a matter of trying to get out there. But whether it clears up and you can ever see anything, that's the question. That's the question. That's a surprise. One kayak showed up when I was almost finished unloading, getting ready to load, and then he looked at the surf a little bit, and it was just first light. It wasn't that big. It wasn't that big. It's just that interval. A couple of them would get up on top of each other so they'd get close, but he just gave up. I mean, he looked, was there for like not even 5 minutes, and then he left. So he decided not to launch here. I don't know if it was the fog or what, but outside. And I have not seen another single kayak. I was amazed. There's always kayaks either launched before me or whatever, or even Kyle coming in. Apparently he didn't go out. Right now, anything like rockfish, you got to go out pretty deep, really deep, and that's a lot of whining over and over and over again. So I don't know. I don't find that fun to have to bring in 400 feet of line every time you go down there to get a little tiny rockfish. So to me, again, it's the same thing. Yellowtail, white sea bass, big halis, or nada, or whatever. But you need bait no matter what. And I was hoping to be able to make one of the last runs of the season for tuna out there, because I mean we're really at the tail end. Look at that, nothing. Go right through this. That's a fish. I just changed the elevation to come up and kind of look at my, because I have my I think my sabiki is down around 30 feet. But I can't believe it. And no reactions. That sun keeps wanting to come out and play nice. Maybe the bait, when the sun comes up, sometimes it actually bait too, but very strange. Anyway, keep searching for bait. I made several Spanish Max and trolling around looking for more, and basically looking for signs of something better to cast on Earth, but no boils, no anything of that nature. Just a lobster boat over here checking the straps. But yeah, one other boat over there fishing. That's about it, and I went farther down there by the southern border, by the other side, I guess. But God, no breakups anywhere. Nothing to, not even birds. I mean, I found an area where there were birds sitting, and it really didn't amount to much in the bait department either. But nothing as far as birds flying. I guess maybe they can't see as well either in this kind of stuff, and they just don't seem to have any info about anywhere else to go. So we're just making the best of what we can here, because visibility sucks to go way the hell out there. I mean, at times I can see a mile or more, and then other times I can't even see a quarter mile. So it goes back and forth. But the other thing is, besides visibility, is that I don't have that much bait. I got 3 or 4 pieces. That's like, yeah, it's crazy. It's like you make one, and then you make another one. Like, I lost too. Fell off the hook on the way in. But God, I can't. It's unbelievable how few you get. I used to load up the whole sabiki, or ruin the sabiki, because they'd hit every one. But now it's like only one takes it. Like, what? How could it be so cautious or whatever? Just odd. It's just odd. Got lots of bait here, big in about 100 feet. So right now there's a big area for like around 50 feet to 75. Earlier there was a little bite between 30 to 50, and then a big heavier one from 120 to 150. So there's a lot of bait here. I made a bunch more. I got one out there, the same one I started trolling. When I finally got to the spot, I pinned one on. Well, I've made other bait just because there's so much bait here. Hoping for something more going through all that area. But decided to come out a little farther. It's kind of clearing, but can't really see very far. So even though I can see enough that if there was any kind of tuna, boil up, whatever, within half a mile I can see. Beyond the half a mile, it's a little bit harder because it all depends on at that time what it's like. It keeps changing. 1 minute you can see a mile or two, and then in the other direction you can only see quarter mile or a half mile. So nothing else out here. One boat went by. I think it was one of those whale watching ones or something. Looked like some big yacht-like thing that it just went cruising by. I have not seen any whales. Say, I haven't seen a whale in almost like a year. I don't understand it. They used to be out here all the time, especially out of La Jolla. I used to see them all the time. It's very strange here. Kind of like with everything else. They're avoiding this area. I don't know why. They obviously are going way, way deeper and around us. But I don't know what the heck it is. The water was 68 out here a little bit ago, where it was 65.8 at La Jolla. So let's see what it's showing. Yeah, 68.5. So we're at right at the 300 foot. Right now we're just right under. Not trying for any rockfish. I was over 300, but not trying to, because if I catch one, then I can only use one rod at a time. So it's like, it's not worth it for one rockfish. So I didn't even bother trying dropping down to the bottom. I just don't see enough near the bottom. I just saw a whole lot of bait at two different areas, so two different depths. So that's why I'm hanging around in this area, just because there's so much bait. It's got to attract something else. Now it's a bunch of bait near the bottom. But no, the other one was all suspended all up in the higher area from, like I said, 50 feet to 100 feet. And at first I saw some small pockets, and then I saw the huge, you know, takes up your whole screen. So, and there's something bigger swimming through it. I don't know, but nothing. So I'm sort of trolling them as this that I was moving to get into a bigger area, looking to see how big this bait area is. Because the current was taking me out where I was starting to get past it, so I came back a little bit more this way. Anyway, just cruising around here, just drifting. I was drifting, now I'm just kind of moving position at 1.5 miles, 1.7 miles an hour. So I'm just like, again, looking to see if there's any difference in the area. The water surface was a little bit rougher. Now it's all smoothed out again. But I was trying to figure out where, if there's any other life besides the bait that's under it. But the good thing is there's a bait. They're going through this whole area for a long time. There was no bait. So I was glad to find this gigantic area with lots of bait. But nothing else yet. A bunch of seals that came and showed up in the area. There's nothing else, so I'm gonna head a little north. There'll be more lines going in later. But all that bait and everything, nothing else. Look at all that bait. Got a green or Spanish Mac fly lining there. About 150 feet of line. See a lot of bait, but nothing else. There's a few seals out here. back at the point. So I got a fly line. I trolled all the way back, that Mad Max, between 10 to 11 miles an hour, but didn't do any good. From way the hell down there, all the way out over 300 to 500 feet over deep. Big old loop. No good, nothing. Nothing. Something there, I don't know what. Anyway, got a big Spanish Mac, a nice size one. It's not huge, just good size, probably about 80 inches. So, good 8 to 9 inches somewhere in there. There's one kayak out here, a couple of boats out there, lobster boats. So I really haven't seen too many regular people fishing. Mostly commercial boats out here. A couple other ones farther out south. Some other ones going out, but there's another commercial boat there. Man, fishing is something. I'm glad I don't have to do that for a living. Okay, cruised around everywhere looking for fish, but nothing other than the bait. Trolled around, went out to look for tuna, yellowtail. Trolled around here off the point for yellowtail, same thing. Marks, but nothing. No hits, no bites. So, all the, looks like I had, I think, about eight or nine, I can't remember. That max that I had, they all got to go. Either one was let go way out there after I trolled them for a while, and then all the others were let go here. The other guy was trolling. So two of them moved, got trolled around, but they all made it back home, or in the water anyway. Not necessarily the identical spot I caught them on. But guys, nice day after all. You know, late, but just not fishing wise. Oh well, another trip.